Hey, sports fans, it's Mo Carter. Every high school football team in the Tennessee Valley has a goal of hoisting up a blue map at this year's Super 7 in Birmingham. And in order to get there, you have to do work in the off-season. This summer, the Fox 54 sports team chatted with a number of squads about their upcoming season. And you can check out some of your favorite teams right now on another edition of the First Down Friday Night Preview Series.
Like I said, the name's Brett Voss. Was recently last year at Decatur High School. Originally from Speak High School, which is no longer a high school now. Transitioned to Lawrence County High School back in 2010 or 2009. I actually was at Lawrence County during my student internship in 2010, helping, and then once I finished my degree, moved on and was at a different school for 13 years. Had a great run there, and transitioned last year to Decatur High School and Decatur City Schools. Had a great time there with Coach Ritter again, who I was with for 6 years, and this opportunity came calling, and it just couldn't say no. Every day I get confirmation I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I got a great group of kids. I'll let them introduce themselves, but I'm excited about where I'm at, excited about the season, but I'm excited about this group. I've got a great senior group, and I'll get more into them later on after they introduce themselves.
My name's Christian Graham.
I'm Jack Bull. I play quarterback and safety.
I'm Lawson Terry, and I play wide receiver and corner.
Questions?
Coach, area play this season. I know Fairview's replacing a lot of seniors off of last year's team, and they won that area. Russell's rebuilding off of last season as well, losing a good bit due to graduation. So what does area play look like in your first year?
I don't really have the luxury to analyze everybody else's roster, say like the media does. I'm trying to learn my roster, learn what we can do best. I know it's coach speak, but it's just the truth. I'm focusing on our roster, figuring out what we do best, and so put ourselves in the best situation for when we get to area play. Now, once we get to area play, of course, we'll film study. We'll find out, where we need to attack and all that. But I haven't even looked that far ahead just to see who lost what, who's returning what, besides my roster. I know I had 18 seniors on last year's roster, so I'm trying to fill holes on my own roster and just figure out, where my kids need to be and give them the best chance to be successful when we do get to area play or region play.
Another question, Coach. I know you were at Russellville with Coach Ritter. You ready for that matchup, getting to come back home?
Well, I wish Coach Ritter was there and I was going against him. I could talk a little crap to him, but no, it's just, I'm not going to shy away from it. When I took this job, first interview I did 2 days after getting board approved, it was one of the questions that was asked. I know it's going to be asked. To me, it's what makes high school football great. I'm not going to, like I said, shy away from it. It's something there. It's going to be a little extra that week, absolutely. That's what makes it fun. That's why you do what you do. So I'm not going to pretend it's just another week, because it won't be another week. But we're going to have to treat it when it gets here as another week if we want to be successful.
Hey guys, I've got one for the three of y'all. How would you like to be remembered when you take off that jersey for the final time?
That's a good one.
I would love to be known as a leader for the future generation, because I feel like the class in front of me, they established like a culture, for us to look after, and I want to do that for the classes behind me.
I want to be left known as a leader also, and be left known as like a good person, and who was a good leader, and who was highly spoken, and just a good guy. Yeah.
I think I just want to be remembered as just a leader. That's it, really.
I can piggyback off that. They're not just giving you cliche talk. I had the seniors come into my office. There's 5 right now, and I told them this was 3 weeks ago, I wanted a list of goals. And I told them I wanted realistic goals. If they come in here with a sheet of paper that said 15-0 in the state championship, I'd probably wad it up and throw it away. Because I tell them every day I'm fully transparent with them. I'm not going to, blow smoke up their tail and all that. We're not there. We're not ready. Not saying we won't get there this year, but at this stage, we're not ready. So I want realistic goals of what they want to get out of their senior year and things they want to accomplish within their senior year. And when I say it was a set of the most selfless goals I've ever received or read, I printed them off and shared it with my staff the next day at our staff meeting, just give them a little insight of, I know we lost a big senior group last year, but man, we've got a special one this year. And I've got chills sitting up here just thinking about reading some of them. And every one of those, it was some form of leadership is what they want to accomplish.
Coach, I got a question for both you and the players. For you, you've been an assistant and a coordinator for several years. What is it like transitioning and being a head coach for the first time? And for the players, what is it like to have Coach Voss come in, and what has he been like, and how has he helped the team overall since he's come on board?
So to answer yours, I'll answer in a little bit of a jokingly serious way. I'm 1-0 as a head coach, so this ain't the first time. Back in 2021, Coach Ritter had COVID and was out for the Deschler game. I was actually here in Florence at a PD, and he called me at 8 o'clock that morning and said he just tested positive to get my butt back. And because we had a touchdown club meeting at lunch that we go over film and stuff, so we ended up winning that game. So I joked in my interview with him, I'm 1-0 as a head coach and whatnot. So, but in all seriousness, it's been great, but it's been different. It's just you remember the things when you're an assistant. Now that you're a head coach, you start looking at, well, now I see why Coach Ritter did this, or now I see why previous head coaches did this. When I was sitting there as an assistant, I'm like, good Lord, would he just give us a break? Like, why is he doing this? Why? So when you sit in that seat, you look at things from a different perspective. With that being said, I try to always remember how I felt in certain situations. I told my assistant coaches and players too, my goal is to, at the end of the season, whether that be week 15 or week 10, whenever our season ends, I want our coaches and our players to want to have came back the next week. I don't want the sense of relief that it's over. I'll just be fully transparent. This is my 22nd season, so out of the previous 21, probably 2 of them, I wanted to come back the next week. The other 19, it was probably just some form or sense of relief because it's a grind. So I try to remember that. Now I'm in this role to, help give my coaches time away, not just dominate their time, give them time with their family. So when it does end, that they want to come back. So that's the biggest difference for me, is just realizing why certain head coaches did certain things when I was questioned as an assistant, but also trying to remember so I can use that information to help better our staff and our program.
Question here for the players. He mentioned it earlier, leadership. Now some of y'all are getting into those roles. Think back to, it could be when you're playing Pee Wee, it could be playing junior high, it could be something even last year. Think of another player, maybe, that's been kind of a leadership role to you when you were playing at a younger age.
Last year in the couple years, we had this guy named Ryder McGregory. He would barely talk, but he would show his leadership out of the way he would play, and he would barely speak, but his leadership was shown out of how he would be a dog on the field and in practice, and he would always give it his full. And he was 100% every single day, practice and game time, and he didn't have to say a word, but he was always the biggest leader.
I'd say for me, probably this is a couple years past, but my older cousin, Ty Hutto, he played quarterback at Lawrence County, and he graduated in 2020, and he's been like a role model to me since I was a kid. And I'd also say last year's quarterback, Parker Frost, me and him, I was under him for 3 years, and he just kind of took me under his wing and showed me the way.
I'd say Parker Frost was probably the most influential guy to me, playing under center for him. Just me and him had that great connection. He was just always on time, did whatever needed to be done, and just never asked any questions about it. Just did what needed to be done.
Thank you. Thank y'all for everything
Thank
you do. Just the exposure you give not only my kids, but just kids across the state. And just, I mean, without y'all, I remember when I was a kid waking up, just reading the article, just looking for my name in the paper. So I hope y'all realize, how big of an impact y'all make on these kids' lives, and we really do appreciate y'all.
A brand new season of Fox 54's First Down Friday Night begins on Friday, August the 22nd on Fox 54 and the Fox 54 Plus app.